Welcome to episode 3 of my Joker Helmet Help series. We're going to cover the Sneak Attack Challenge, which is getting Rabbit Punch medals, or more simply, meleeing an enemy in the back. Once again, this challenge is tiered, meaning first you have to get 5 Rabbit Punch medals, then 10, and finally 25. Once you get 25, you also unlock the calling card, which is actually a pretty nice one. So you may be asking yourself, why do a video on such an easy challenge? Well, you're right, it is easy to do. However, there are some tips and tactics I can give you to make it much faster. So as it stands currently, you have to complete all 9 humiliation challenges in 1 prestige to get the Joker helmet. If you prestige, all your challenges reset. So with that said, meleeing 25 people in the back can take a long time. Just how often do you see an enemy with their back to you? This game is purely based on movement. So there are a few ways you can go about doing this. Of course, there's always a chance you're going to find a guy camping a window or a certain area. If you happen to see this, just walk up behind him and cold cock him into oblivion. Be sure to keep an eye out for people lying down as well. If you melee a person who is prone, you automatically get a Rabbit Punch medal. Let me talk about the mechanics involved with this medal. You can either melee with a weapon, which results in an uppercut punch, or you can melee without a weapon, which results in a knife. The mechanics of getting a melee in the back is very, very funky. Several times I've clearly knifed or punched someone in the back and it does not result in a Rabbit Punch medal. And other times, like you'll see here, I completely miss the guy in the back and end up getting a Rabbit Punch medal. Besides randomly encountering people with their backs turned to you, there are 2 viable ways to get Rabbit Punch medals. The first is the more conservative and campy route. Basically, you'll want to use the spider and web approach, with you being the spider. Lie in wait with just your knife out in a secluded spot and watch for someone to come by. Once they pass, spring into action and lunge at them with everything you've got. With the knife, you'll often find that you have T-Rex arms and miss quite a bit. Luckily, it's so hard to hear anything in this game, your enemy likely won't hear the knife whiff in the air, and you can follow up with another stab. This, of course, is painfully boring to do, but it's by far the easiest way to get these medals. Next up, and this was much more fun, is to play free-for-all with a knife-only class. Sure, you'll get a lot of knives that aren't in your enemy's back, but I could average at least 5 Rabbit Punch medals in a game by going knife-only here. Be warned, your KD for this particular challenge may take a hit. So let's talk about a loadout. Since you won't need a weapon, you can load up on 6 perks. I recommend Lightweight and Overcharge for perk 1. Overcharge, of course, allows you to stun your enemies when you boost slam near them, which can be very helpful. It also allows your Exo ability to last longer. For tier 2, Cold-Blooded will help you be extra sneaky, especially if you lie down since your red name will disappear. The other perk is really up to you. Personally, I did Fast Hand so I could do my Exo Suit ability faster, but it also helps if you want to scavenge a weapon off the ground. For tier 3, you absolutely need Blast Suppressor. You'll be boosting and sliding all over to catch your enemies, and the last thing you need is to show up on their radar. I also liked Hardline here, so that UAVs are really easy to get. For Exo Abilities, I experimented between Exo Cloak and Exo Overclock, and they both seem to be useful. Just remember, if you use the Cloak, the moment you knife, you become uncloaked. So if you knife and biff it, you'll definitely become uncloaked. You could also run 2 Exo Abilities and just stick with a single score streak. I would definitely recommend the UAV for your score streak though. So that's basically all I got for this one. 25 Rabbit Punches is a bit tedious, but it's definitely nothing hard. It's just time consuming. I certainly recommend giving knife-only free-for-all a chance and rack up some easy melee kills from behind. I should also note that doing free-for-all with the knife-only can give you the Slice and Dice challenge, and this is to get 15 kills with the combat knife or spike drone in a match. There's nothing more satisfying than knifing or punching someone in the back.